Support WrestleTalk!
Donate on Patreon.
Dolph Ziggler turns face. Finn Balor isn't beaten up for once. Oh no, wait. And Rhyno is fired from the roster. This isn't NXT. I'm El Fagador Laurie Blake, covering for important business to attend to Ollie Davis. Give us a subscribe, press the thumbs up button, let us know what you thought of Raw in the comments below, and click the eye above my head to give your rating, where you can choose from in or core, average, poor, and bore, as I review the 3rd of December 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Hopefully. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey kicks off the show proper and is teaming with Natalya, who actually makes it to the ring without being attacked. Baby steps, Natty. Baby steps. They're against Nia, Jax, and Tamina, but the match never actually gets started as the Riot Squad come out and Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan have a table, which they no doubt stole from catering after spilling all the condiments. Tamina and Jax jump Rousey while the Riots take on Natty, then it's a superkick powerbomb wombo combo off the apron with the Riots, and you've got a broken table and a balked up Natty. This was a fun little opening segment and clearly meant to set up a tables match with Natalya and the Riots at TLC. Next person in charge of the women's division, Alexa Bliss, arrives and says that because the open forum with Sasha Banks and Bayley from last week failed so miserably, we're going to do it all over again. And if that isn't a metaphor for WWE's booking, I don't know what is. Bayley says, how many questions will we get through before Alexa, oh no wait, not Alexa, Alicia, Mickie and Fox come out and jump them? No wait, Alexa, Mickie, Alicia, Alexa and Fox. The word you're looking for there, Bayley, is Dana. They answered some terrible questions with what could only be described as her banter, before saying that their dream match is against Trish Stratus and Lita at WrestleMania, and in 2019, they want to be the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, which don't exist yet. And then Alicia, Mickie and Fox and James and randomly Dana all run down to the ring to go jump them, but Bliss cuts them off, instead making it a proper match. I say proper match. This was mostly Mickie James kicking people in the head and then a backstabber Bayley to belly for the win. Broken up with a prolonged advert for the Nintendo Switch, which was easily the best bit of the show, 5 stars. Alexa Bliss applauds the win. Someone is now taking their job very seriously. Next was a lovely puff piece for Baron Corbin as general manager, and this gave off some serious North Korea vibes, but really in a good way. It was funny and put over Corbin's complete Animal Farm-esque control of the propaganda on Raw. Lone Wolf good, Angle bad. Gable and Roode then asked Corbin for a tag title rematch against AOP. Corbin says that if Bobby can beat Drake Maverick tonight, they'll get that rematch, but AOP and Gable are banned from ringside. Weird. Scott Dawson of The Revival then cuts a promo on Lucha House Party saying that they don't respect tag team wrestling and says that he'll show them some proper wrestling in a one-on-one match. Surprise! It's Lucha House rules. Surprise! We all do what we want. No one gives a crap. Dawson obviously gets flattened by all 3 luchas, who do some admittedly wicked moves. The whole thing makes little to no sense. Next, Baron Corbin has got the hots for Drew McIntyre, and that's why he's arranged a special appreciation ceremony for the Scottish psychopath and got him a gold medal of excellence for defeating actual gold medalist Kurt Angle and sending him packing. Drew, though not exactly overcome with emotion, says thanks and says he came in to reform WWE because everyone backstage had no fire, especially that little Finn Balor who was a boy in a man's world. And that is foreshadowing. It's not Home Improvement, it's a record scratch, because out comes Dolph Ziggler, who says he feels left out. He brought Drew to Raw, they dominated it. He was the brains, Drew was the brawn, Braun was also the brawn. Drew says that he used Dolph. And Dolph is also short. Double gasp. He also says that he made Ziggler relevant for the first time in 10 years. Triple gasp. Ziggler attacks Drew, and then Corbin books a match, which turns out to actually be quite good. McIntyre dominates for most of it, even getting on a mic to say that he was going easy on Dolph because they used to be mates, but he's now going to pretend he's someone he doesn't like. Finn Balor. Foreshadowing. Because who should come out but Finn Balor, who manages to sneak in a shotgun dropkick after the ref is knocked over by Ziggler rolling back into the ring. Mac then struggles back in before the 10 count and eats a super kick for the 1-2-3, giving him his first ever loss since coming to Raw. Drew then cuts a scary promo backstage with Obi-Wan Caruso saying that Dolph was an asset, but he is now his enemy. Elias is in the ring, plays a quick tune and says he's after Bobby Lashley, who arrives on the ramp and shows us his butt. Cool. Elias gives chase, scaring off little Leo Rush, and then beating on Lashley, who rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls some more until he eventually gets backstage. Then, who should magically appear back on the ramp as if thrust there by God himself but little Leo, who gets guitarred. It turns out that Finn Balor was actually the one who threw him onto the stage. Balor getting a good showing on Raw this week. Jinder Mahal comes and finds Corbin backstage asking for a match with Balor that's booked quicker than you can say shunty. Heath Slater and Rhyno then arrive where Corbin tells them that he has been crunching the numbers and Raw only has room for one of them. Heath's got kids, for crying out loud. He books a match, loser gets fired. Remember how this match was just supposed to be Roode versus Maverick? Psych! Because the AOP then attack Gable backstage once the match begins, and then Corbin decides to book it randomly as a 3-on-2 handicap match. Roode hits a quick glorious DDT hoping to finish it before the AOP could even make the ring, but doesn't quite make it in time. After that, it's a few quick moves, the Super Collider, and that is all she wrote. No title match for you, Roode and Gable. Fresh from his inoculations, Dean Ambrose arrives with an army of gas mask gimps. He says he needs it because he doesn't know what he'll be catching from you people, like a rubbish Bane, before taking the mask off to carry on talking clever and then dying of a cold like the aliens in War of the Worlds. I'm just kidding. He instead rags on the Shield and says he's the last man with integrity in the industry. Rollins then attacks from the crowd, hits some cool moves including tossing a gimp over the rope from a powerbomb, but Ambrose turns things around and beats down Rollins with a gas mask. End scene. Next, Heath Slater and Rhyno come out together, fight for all of 60 seconds before Slater pins Rhyno and gets to keep his job. Reportedly, this was also Rhino's retirement match. I don't have a joke here, just sucks. Thank you, Rhyno. It's Finn and Jinder next. Finder. Mahal is in control for quite a while at the start, which means it's rest hold city bitch. Balor then makes a cool comeback going up for a coup de grace, but is cut off by the cheating Singh brothers, who should come out to make the save, but Apollo Crews, because why the hell not? Balor hits the coup de grace for the win, and it's nice to see him actually win a match on Raw and not just left laying flat at the end of the show. Oh no, wait, because Balor is then jumped by Drew McIntyre during an interview and was absolutely mangled. Was that one win worth it, Finn? Really? Was it? Turns out Ronda Rousey managed to track down a different tag team partner for the main event. She's got Ember Moon on her side, but she can't even seem to get to the ring before Nia and Tamina have attacked Rousey. This was, as you would expect, slightly sloppy. But Ronda and Ember did manage to look strong, with Ronda getting a cool moment off a hot tag where she beat down Tamina and then tells her to tag in Nia. Nia comes in and immediately tags back out again. So Ronda drags her in, giving Tamina a shot at a sneak attack, but she muffs up spectacularly, earning herself an eclipse and an armbar and giving Rousey and Ember Moon the win. So in summary, this week's Raw was at least a step up from the last episode in terms of quality, but then again, when you're at rock bottom, the only way is up. The Rousey stuff was good. It's nice to see Balor begin to gain some momentum, and Drew and Dolph had a fairly decent match somewhere amidst all of that. But the rest is confusing, overbooked, abuse of authority stuff like the handicap match, which itself is being weirdly undermined by the Lucha House Party rules. Nothing makes sense. Everything tastes like ash. Raw is poor. And if you're interested in knowing some reasons why we think Raw is so bad, beyond of course the nonsense you just bore witness to, click the video on screen now and give us a subscribe to stay up to date on all of the latest wrestling news. I've been El Fakador, and that was Lucha.